Alright guys, welcome back to another edition of getting stuff slowly but surely done. Today we're going to be working on putting up this Tongue Groove Soffit. Don't know the durability of it with it, stained and some poly put on it, but that's what we're going to do. It looks real good. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to get this back side of the cabin done today, and I don't know, may add something else in there, but anyway, let's get started. Don't want to cut too many at one time because sometimes your fascia board just ain't exactly right, so we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. So we'll cut about 3 and then see what gives. You gotta make sure that you get this squared. Start it out. Now I'm not doing this in the tongue or nothing like that because all of it's going to be covered up. So I put 3 on each piece on each end. And I'll run a couple pieces. Then I'll make sure it's staying square with my fascia board. Right now I got to drill a hole right through here for them 2 wires there. Comes up pretty simple, don't it? Always be conscious of which side of the line you want your saw on. See, if I was to put it right on the mark, it'd take an 1/8 inch off my board. So you want to look at it and make sure where them edge of them teeth are. Get you a nice cut right there at your line. And this is trivial stuff, you know, a lot of people know it, but I'm sure there's some people just starting out that don't know that. See if I can get in here and show this. My line is right there, and the edge of that tooth is on the left hand side of my line. I know you probably can't see that, but there's some instances where you'll measure and you'll want to be on this side of your line, the right hand side, depending on which way you're working from on the stand and on the saw. And always be mindful of where your fingers is at. Don't wear no loose fitting sleeves or nothing like that around one of these. I've got a guy I work with was using one of these one day and had on a long sleeve shirt. Didn't have the cuff button, and the saw caught it. Took his hand off right there. So always be mindful of what's going on. Don't get complacent. Complacency will get you hurt. You might have cut something 300 times. But you still don't want to get complacent. Let 301 be a bad day. Still looking pretty good. Like I said, we'll come back with some poly urethane once I get this all up and everything and get ready to do it all at one time. We'll put a couple of good coats on it. Ain't none of this part of my soffit out in the weather, so maybe it'll Maybe it'll last a while. I sure hope so. Still got to come back and put some vents in it. So there'll be J trim under this side, and there'll be a trim strip under this side. So you won't see none of them nails, none of them cracks. Right there, it's pretty sturdy. You always want to make sure you get this board right here good and level with the subfascia on the end of your rafters. That way your soffit will be good and level and won't be tilted like this or tilted like that. A lot of trips up and down the ladder doing it this way, but hey, you got to do what you got to do if you want a certain look, I guess. I'm ready to get this buttoned up because the wasp and stuff is getting so bad. They're starting to go up in my rafters, and I can do without wasp and hornets. I assure you. Dealing with the scorpions around here, hence the name Scorpion Ridge, that's bad enough. They're not big scorpions, they ain't the kind gonna make you sick or put you in the hospital. But they'll flat let you know when they got you. Alright guys, we getting there, slowly but surely. I run out of brads and had to run the local hardware store. They didn't have none but 1 9/16. I've been using 2-inch. I hope these 1 9/16 hold all right. Sure does seem to be looking good though. I just hope when I poly it, everything stays good for a while. It sure is huge. Take your speed square, make sure it's running good square with your fascia board, which it is, and everything should be all right. Started putting 4 in it since ½ inch shorter than what them other ones I was using was. 4 in each end. me just say something about this little Porter cable brad nail gun. I bought that compressor back 7 or 8 years ago and laid these guns up on the shelf. I ain't even think nothing about them. I hadn't seen them in 3 or 4 years, never used them. But it come with a brad nailer, and I believe it was a 16 gauge finish nailer, and an air stapler with that little pancake compressor. And I ain't gonna lie, I have worked the holy shit out of this thing. And I ain't had, it's jammed on me maybe 4 times this whole process. And I mean, it wasn't bad high. I think the compressor and the 3 guns was like $199 or something like that. That just goes to show you ain't got to have the most expensive in the world. This right here does just fine. Got a no mark tip on it. And that little compressor just been kicking it like Van Dam. I think it's time for a little lunch. My beautiful wife, she made me a couple sandwiches. Even at 52 years old, I still like peanut butter and jelly. I just can't get over it. But anyway, I'll be back in just a little bit. I'm gonna eat lunch and we'll see you in a few. Something else I found out while I was going to the hardware store looking for brads. I had 2 packs of brads here. I've been using Bostitch brads, 2-inch. And I bought 2 packs of Metabo brads, 2-inch. Well, 2 inches ain't created equal across different brands of brads. My gun won't take 2-inch Metabo brads. So, y'all keep that in mind if you have one of these guns. I want to rip that much off. See if that was enough. I believe it was. There we go, guys. The soffit is done on this side of the cabin. Looks good. Well, guys, that's sort of looking like the end of the work out from under the porch. So I guess, I don't know, I guess I'll wait a few minutes and see if it stops. Ain't looking good. Ain't looking good. Alright guys, well it ain't gonna quit raining evidently. So I'm gonna end this video here, and I appreciate y'all watching. Like and subscribe if you like the content. I appreciate all of you. Thank you.